Greetings, everyone. Nate the Nerdarch here from Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. Hanging out with some nerds, playing some D&D in my Holds of the Moridane pay-to-play game. With me, I have some adventurers, if you want to sound off.
Hi, I'm playing Silverthorn, a female ranger, a wild elf ranger, and we found out last time that she is not very good at mud wrestling.
Yes, that was.
I'm playing half-elf Erevan Fireforge, and a few lucky people might have seen him throwing a spell last time.
Only lucky if you weren't caught in the lightning fringes of it, as I was also not being a particularly good mud wrestler. I am playing Natethenerdarch, a male dwarf fighter, or falling downer, as we found out last time during the fight. Kind of a one-punch fight, but he seems to be back to his wits now.
I'm playing Gambit Fireshine, gnome cleric. He is known to get into some mischief, and who knows what he gets up to.
I'm playing Bard. He's a half-elf cleric who managed to stay clean for once in the fight, so that's good.
Every little success counts.
Yes, I recall we found a temporary camp lower in the hills, and we found tracks of what looked like possibly humans and mephits heading up into the hills, and that's what we were following. We found this other camp. And Silverthorn, as she's following the tracks, her eyes are bright, and she's got a feral grin on her face. She just loves the hunt. Oh, yeah, and the only evidence we have that they are bandits is that the Fae told us they were bandits.
I thought Darlene also said that there were bandits in the hills.
Yes, she did say there were bandits in the hills.
Yeah.
Or random campers.
Just going on a nice sightseeing in the dangerous wild. As I was saying, you ended the session last time on kind of like one of the tops, the crest of a foothill, and heading down. You probably see maybe it's another hour or so to get to where you need to go for the actual seeing, like around this campsite where this light is. And it looks like maybe they just lazily didn't go very far, or maybe they're prospectors, or could indeed be these bandits that have some kind of nefarious purpose in being around the area. But as I said, it is dark. It is getting to be very dark, and it took you a good portion of the day to get to the camp, and then it took you the rest of the day to follow the tracks and trails up to this crest. So what would you like to do going forward?
Well, I turn to the... Excuse me. Trying to get switched between my accent and regular accent. I turn to the rest of the party and I say, well, how do we want to handle this? We were told by a Fae who cheats at mud wrestling, I might add, that these people are bandits. Now, do we just want to go in there and attack? Do we want to follow them, see where they're going, or we want to talk?
Well, I think there were mephit tracks like that we found, so they have to have something to do with this attack that we had, I think. So, but I wouldn't want to go in and just attack. We need to go and do some surveillance and see what the heck's going on.
Well, the most dangerous one of them is going to be whoever's doing the summoning. So if we can figure out if that's one of them, we take them out first. That way they can't call in more of them.
Silver, is there any way you could find maybe going upwind or uphill towards the camp for advantage? That way we can observe them?
Well, that's up to Nate whether I can get us closer without getting observed.
Do you believe?
Because in my mind's eye, there's a perfectly clear path.
I meant like go up above them, up the hill a little bit higher above their campfire, and possibly just to get a vantage point.
There are places you could go in that area, and you could even climb upon You currently see the light reflected off of a rock, and the rock is a good 15, 20 feet tall. It's an outcropping that's kind of the peak of that area. And there's a campfire basically close by that rock, but hidden from view. But you can see just from the reflection of light along the rock that there's definitely a fire nearby. It's not some strange reflection of moonlight or anything.
Okay, I think I could get down there. I don't know whether we could all sneak down there. It's worth a shot, though.
I wear chainmail. I don't think I'm going to be sneaking near the campfire, most likely, because it jingles.
Just try to think quietly.
I usually try not to think at all. However, that doesn't make my feet any quieter, unfortunately.
I think I could go with you and be quiet.
Well, the people who are quiet should take advantage of the vantage point, and the rest, those of us who aren't, stay back, and the people who are close can use hand signals to let us know, like, for instance, it's time to attack, time to come in and join them for a cup of cocoa, anything like that. So I think that might be the way to go.
Those of us in chainmail will hang back now and
That's right.
send the scouts forward.
Chainmail.
And I had to volunteer myself.
Yep.
All right, so the two of you that are stealthy than the rest. And Bard, you're not in chainmail. Do you want to go with them?
I am in chainmail.
Oh, that's right, you are. All right, so what's going to happen is the three of you that are not are in chainmail are going to hang back, and you know it's probably about an hour walk down and back. Well, down the to the trough, and then up back towards the crest where the rock is. Silverthorn, you're pretty confident that they could hang out on the one side of the rock, and you could climb up the rock to kind of get a vantage point. And as long as you're not knocking rocks down, no one should be the wiser.
Okay. And what do you want me to roll for that, or is it automatic?
Okay.
That's not a question you ask me.
What? He said you could do it.
If he doesn't tell you to roll the dice, just go with it. I will teach you as we go along.
Yeah.
Don't ever ask him what you roll. Just if he says it like that, you should be able to do this, and as long as you don't knock rocks down. Fine, just say I don't knock any rocks down and I camp out there myself. That's how we roll.
As a lesson to you, roll a climb check. That'll be athletics.
And that would be a 16.
Okay. You easily kind of scramble up the side, and because of the shape of the rock, you are able to kind of perch over the edge to see down into the area. What you see is there is a figure kind of by the fire, absently tossing little twigs into the fire, and there is a roll a perception check.
The fire is a little bad on my night side. I only got a 14.
Okay, well, you can see somebody who is not trying to hide, is walking around kind of on the outskirts of the fire in the woods. This is a little clearing with many small, younger trees around it, kind of block out the light. And you can see also that aside from the person, there's also a bunch of gear propped up behind this person. And you can see that there is a tent off by the woods that's not right by the fire. But you only see those two people currently.
As I recall, there was tracks of a larger group of people and mephits.
Yeah, what was
So
it?
this
4
might
sets of
not-
tracks and mephits?
So we may have lost the trail.
Is there any other vantage point other than obviously I'm not going to follow him up a rock.
You can walk around the rock and kind of look over the side.
Well, I don't want to, obviously I'm not trying to walk into whatever so they can see me. So whatever you think I should do.
I'll come back over the rock and I'll say, and I'll tell you what I see.
Okay.
Okay. And you also, Silverthorn, you see that there's definitely either these people have been pacing all over the place, or there's definitely more people in the area.
But I only see enough gear for the two of them.
You see a pile of gear in a tent, so you're suspecting that either they are the ones carrying all the gear, or there are more people in the area.
I think we could wait a half hour to see if anything changes before we make any decisions. A hunter's always patient.
All right, you can convey that to Erevan and the rest, and they can decide on whether or not they want to be patient with you.
I only see
close enough for Erevan to tell us? I think we're a little farther back, so that the jingling of all our chainmail doesn't alert them and give our two scouts away.
Yeah, he's going to have to head back down the edge of the rock where he is, because it's like a rock scramble, but then it's a little bit of a climb to get to the peak to look over. So, Erevan, you easily get up the rock scramble area, but the peak area, you weren't so confident, which is why you stayed behind.
Right.
So
okay.
you can easily walk, by moonlight, you can easily walk back down the path. The rock scramble towards where everybody else is located.
While he's doing that, I'd like to look off into the woods around the campfire, places where if I were to set up sentries, I'd put them, and look for motion, anything like that, out of place shapes.
Yeah, there's plenty of trees around, Rick.
And Nate, I'm also being very careful and quiet and walking around and not I'm trying not to make noise and doing that. So just FYI.
Okay, so while you going down and talk to the rest of the group,
yep.
Silverthorn, you do see there's two people in trees. Maybe they were well hidden from where they expected someone to look for them. You can see that there's a path winding down back towards where you all were. So most likely they just assumed if anybody was going to come from the town, they would have took the trail. So they are set up to be really, looks like, well hidden with the trees they selected and how the tree branches block the one side. But they're way open to you, and that you can catch glints of shine off their belt buckles in the fire from the firelight and other things, kind of give them away. They just you zoom in on them right away and you see them.
And I'm assuming that posting people up in trees is not normal behavior for caravans or anything like that.
They are armed with light crossbows. You can see that as well in the dark. And no, they would, unless they're hunting something that's hunting them and they're expecting it to walk up, they're expecting company from humanoids. And you know that well because you know a lot about humanoids, and you would know what you would do if you were going to be hunted by humanoids.
Yes, they are my favorite enemy.
Indeed.
Nate,
yes.
The two people he saw, could you describe what they looked like? Were they in heavy armor, or was one in robes like a caster? Trying to identify, he said, who the summoner was.
Okay, it's difficult to see based on the light situation. You do, like I said, get every once in a while you get a glint of a belt buckle from the firelight. The person that's right by the fire just absently throwing twigs in there, resting up against all the packs and things. He is just dressed in riding leathers and some kind of it looks kind of like cross between woven metal pieces and leather. So really a really cruel excuse me, a really crude studded leather with plates. And the other two, you think from the lack of metal that they're probably in something a little more like a thick gamisons with leather armor over top of it. They look very puffy for people that can go up trees like that. So you're assuming they're wearing pretty thick padding and leather armor.
If we aren't planning on taking surprise to our advantage, I say we just walk up and greet these folks. A fine how do you do. Otherwise...
As long as you're prepared for their hello to be with a crossbow bolt.
Well, that's what I say.
However,
the position is at our hands right now. We can do whatever we please.
Except that no matter what direction we come from, we still jingle. And they'll hear that. Now, that being said, I have an idea. If they're expecting trouble from town, perhaps one or more of us should come up the path like they expect. Give them, well, I don't want to say give them something to shoot at, but that's exactly what it would be. Now, because we have people who are in position, above and behind them, that would give them the perfect opportunity to take out the person by the fire, as well as being able to hit the people up in the trees from the back. And if you stay within a few feet of me, I can offer extra protection against any sort of attack against anyone that would be foolish enough to walk up that path with me. That was my thought. Mind you, it was the first thought, so it might not be the best thought, but that was my thought.
I'd be prepared to go with you.
And you're the cleric, so I'd be happy to have you.
Well, I'd like to sit up top and rain down just insults. In case you get hurt, I'd be wanting to go with you as well.
Well, you can still rain down the insults. Just stay behind me. Like I said, if you're within a few feet of me, there are things I can do to help protect. So stay close.
Well, the three of us can make a mini shield wall.
Yeah. And besides, as long as you stay in the back, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, at least four thicknesses of chainmail. Something would have to pass through in order to hit you. So there you go. Does that sound like a viable thing to give our two people who can be quiet an opportunity to just take out a couple people while we draw their attention in this direction? That way no one can hopefully give off the alarm.
Were you thinking about going in to attack, or walk in like you're just ordinary travelers? Well,
we don't want to let them think. We don't want them to think that we're there to attack them, because that would put them on extra guard. We want, if we're coming up the path, I'm assuming that are going to fire. So if they're expecting a target, let's give them one. Meanwhile, you and Aravan can sneak up from behind and just tap them on the back of the head or stab them in the liver, whatever you want to do. But you'll at least be right there. That way you can stop them from giving off the alarm. And then you can take out the people in the trees at your leisure while we're coming up. That was my thought. We're the distraction coming up the path, and you guys lay the smack down.
Well, if we do that, we'll meet the guys in the trees before the guys by the fire. So.
Well, but they're not that far apart from each other. But
true.
But the people who are our stealthy people can take out the guys by the fire, and Silverthorn uses her bow anyway. She can peg the people in the trees, and I'm sure that the merchant can do something. He fires a crossbow, I think. So, and you guys fire spells off, so you'll be able to, if any of them survive falling out of the tree, then I'll hack them apart with the axe. Life is good.
So, bit of note, the two people in the trees are closer to the people that would be coming up the trail than the person that's just walking in the woods and the person by the fire.
Let's just pretend we don't see them. We'll walk right by them.
We're there just walking up the path. They're expecting someone to come from the town direction. Let's give it to them. We just won't mention the other two of our party who are going to take out the two that aren't close from that direction, and we'll meet in the middle.
It's kind of hard for us to pass messages since we're separated, but my intention is to wait until somebody starts fighting before I shoot, so you guys get as close as possible.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I can shoot we can both shoot crossbows. If they start attacking, the one thing that we got to do is watch to see what they do. If they just, if they're not attacking us, then we won't attack.
Right, but until we start walking up the path, we're not going to know.
Right.
But hopefully, the people who are up there being stealthy and hiding will be smart enough to know that if we're just jingling and walking straight up the path, that we're the distraction. So that's the goal. And then until fighting happens, don't fire, because don't give yourselves away.
Okay.
You
Sounds
two
like
take your
a plan.
positions and let's do this.
All right. We're gonna fire when you guys get attacked.
Let's go get shot. Yay!
All right, let's go. Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to get shot. We go.
Hooray.
And mechanically speaking, if the people who are with me stay within 5 feet of me, whoever's attacking you guys gets disadvantage.
Cool.
I'm going to walk behind you so I can put our shield over our head. That's part of the shield wall.
Yep, just from the direction of the trees. But we can't walk up like we know they're there. So, I'll have my shield out on my arm so that you guys have them get disadvantage if they fire at you.
I could cast protection from evil and good on you, and then you would have the same effect. They would get disadvantage on you if they were. Actually, no. Sorry, I was thinking of no. Disregard that. They wouldn't be of that. Of that type.
I'm willing to go in front and do that because that's my job.
Okay, so about a half hour of walking later, you have skirted the campfire area, gone back down the trail, and gone back around and up it towards the trail area that they're guarding. Yes.
1 second, Nate. Right before we get up, can I go ahead and cast Bless on us?
Oh yeah, sure.
Because there's 3 of us. If we have to make an attack or saving roll, we add a D4 to the roll. That's what it says.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, and Silverthorn and Aravan, you are hanging out on the rock area?
Yeah, we're getting in position, and Silverthorn, which one do you want to take?
Well, I'm seeing those guys up in the trees. I'm kind of looking for the one on the right. May want to start on him because guys on the ground won't be able to fight them effectively.
Yeah, we're firing on the ones on the ground. We're not fighting the people on the trees.
I'm glad you pointed out. Well, then I'll take the guy down by the fire.
Yeah, they're the ones that are dealing with the tree people at the moment. We got to take these guys out first.
All right, I'll take the guy by the fire.
Okay.
And if stuff hits, I can't say shit hits the fan because that's pretty appropriate. If fight starts out, I'm going to take him first.
All right, and I'll hit the other one. All right. So we're like stood up and just waiting for that to happen. So
there's a total of 4 targets. Just keep that in mind.
Yep.
All right. So Kene, Gambit, and Bard, you're coming up the trail. You kind of feel antsy because realistically, these people could just shoot at you whenever they want. I mean, they've got their crossbows kind of hanging out, waiting for people. And you're thinking like, well, it's about time where if they were going to shoot at us, they would. And if you want to look up, you can to see if you see anything. And do a perception check.
I got a 12.
All right.
First roll of the night's a 1. Let's see what I get on that. But perception +2, so 3.
Yeah, but it's a natural 1.
That's a natural 1, I know.
I got a 13.
A 13?
I got sorry, I forgot to add my D4. I got a 15.
Okay. Well, you don't see anything, and you did hear that they were really well guarded from sight from your direction, and you can see a little bit of the firelight, and that might be messing with your ability to spot them. If you want to overtly stop and look around up in the trees, you can. Or you can continue moving forward.
I think just continue on as if nothing were amiss.
I'll start
Chainmail!
to,
It jingles.
I'll start to nervously whistle, I guess, like a little tune.
Okay.
As a safety tip, you would not believe how heavy a chainmail head coif is. I thought it was a great idea when I could get it for $15 at Walmart. Then I lifted it. So I won't have this on all night.
You bought that from Walmart?
Yeah, actually, yeah. 15, yeah, I think it was $15 or $19.
Wow. I wasn't expecting you could buy it at Walmart. It's amazing.
You can also get it off of Amazon as well. But
Okay. The two of you up on top of the ridge, you see that the people, your companions are not seeing these people, and pretty much until they're pretty much right over top of them, the two that are in the trees, and you don't know, maybe you described something incorrectly, maybe they couldn't see from that direction, but they are not seeing them, and then soon they're going to be where they're going to be walking, and the people with the crossbows are going to be behind them.
Okay. That's what we're waiting for.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's what we thought was going to happen.
Okay.
I'll keep glancing at the guys in the trees, and if it looks like they're about, well, with a crossbow, they may just be pointing just in case. So until somebody fires.
Right.
Well,
they continue getting closer to the fire. You hear the twang of crossbow bolts.
are they firing? Who are they firing at?
They are firing at... Good question.
I'm in front, but if they're firing at anyone other than me, they have disadvantage.
Okay.
As long as they're within, my guys are within 5 feet of me.
All right. The first one shoots by Kanae's head, whizzes by your head. You can hear it go by. And the second one hits you, Gambit. Oh, wait. You said disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay, it does still hit you. It's just not a critical. Sorry. I rolled with advantage and it didn't work out. Because you
So
gave me...
I'll alert the others as the fires are raining down.
Yeah, so one whizzes by you, Kanae, and you quickly spin around and block. You happen to block the shot that was aimed for Gambit. So it'll miss you both.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yay,
All right.
protection.
You, Silverthorn and Erevan, you are waiting for the sounds of the fight to start, and everybody can roll initiative. Well, actually...
We get a surprise roll. Don't we?
Yeah. It's weird. They were waiting... Okay, so there's like two groups of waiting. You guys were waiting
Right.
on the one side. So Silverthorn and Erevan, you guys can attack during the surprise round because you were basically waiting for something to happen.
Cool. Does a 19 hit?
Yes, were you aiming for the guy walking around in the tree line?
Yeah, the tree line guy.
Okay, yes,
Yep.
you hit him.
Okay. He takes plus 2, 3 points of damage.
All right. Did you just shot him with a crossbow?
Yes.
Okay.
and I cast Hunter's Mark on the guy by the fire, and I got a 23.
Okay, you definitely hit him. He's just hanging out on the ground. And you don't have disadvantage because he is well below you. You're looking down at him. So
Okay. Let's see. Since he's humanoid, get +2. That would be 8 damage.
all right. You shoot him in the shoulder. He goes, "Gah!" He sees there's an arrow there. You can see shock on his face. And he well, we'll do the initiative and then
Nate, just a question, Nate.
Yes.
Are these humans or Do they look human? Both of them?
They look humanoid from your perspective, so they could be
Okay.
any of the taller races like humans, half orcs.
Do they appear to be like being able to see without they're by a fire, but do they appear to be able to see?
The people by the fire do not seem like they have any extraordinary levels of vision.
Okay, thank you. That's what I know. Oh, we got to do initiative, right?
Yes, now it's initiative.
I have a 14. I just can't use the screen to be able to put it in the chat.
Okay.
All right, you got what? You got a 14? Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
All right. I got a 23. Gambit.
In my first act,
What did you get?
19.
Oh, 19. Sorry, I didn't see him in the chat. 11 and 6. So Silverthorn got a 11. And then
No, I got a 6.
you got the 6. I'm sorry. My apologies. All right.
Yeah.
And then are they all going on the same time, Nate?
You know what? Well, 3 of them are. 21. Okay. There goes all my good rolls for the night. So 3 of them are going at 21, and there's another one that's going at a 17.
Okay.
So don't expect to be hit.
Don't say that like it's a bad thing, Nate.
Don't expect to get hit. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So I have the initiatives, Nate. Do you want me to just go through initiative?
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
All right. I'm going first. I got a 23, so I'm gonna shoot the same guy again.
Okay.
I reload my crossbow and then shoot him. And I got this one should hit too, 21 if the other one hit. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Better. 7 points of damage. Much better than the last time.
All right, 7 points of damage. Great.
Yes.
All right, you can see he's trying to dodge around and get some kind of cover from the trees.
Okay.
You said you went out of 23, so 21. 3 of them will
21
go.
is next. Right, 21's next. Yep.
All right, so the one that you are shooting at, Ervin, will... he is trying to sweep around and get out of the tree line area and head towards the 3 chainmailed laden people.
Okay.
He's going to attack you guys. Does a 20 hit you, Kane?
Let me consult my notes. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah? You're not wearing plate mail and have a shield?
Not yet. No.
All right. Take 8 points of damage.
I'll take it and like it.
Ouch.
This guy has a beard. He's got earrings in his ear. He has some kind of weird leather skull cap, and he has a wicked-looking scimitar.
And is he human?
Yes, he does look human. He looks very burly human.
We'll just chop him down a bit.
Would that be foreign attire to this area? Like, would his attire be foreign to the area, do you think?
He looks like kind of gypsy-ish in the way that he doesn't look like he just is from a particular town or culture. He looks like he kind of borrowed a lot of things. He's, like I said, he's got, these big hoop earrings in one of his ears, but not the other. He's wearing a chain, and he has like a motley on almost, like under his leather. It's multicolored, and you can see that he's got several things. He looks pretty ragtag, and it looks like he's got different bits of armor on different parts of his body, as if he's kind of just salvaged whatever he'd like style-wise and put it on.
I can respect that.
All right, so there's 2 other people at 21, Nate.
Yes, those are the crossbowmen. And Bard and Gambit, do you get hit by...
But did you roll a disadvantage?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to roll. You know what? It's probably not even going to be a problem. Okay.
Oh, how much damage? Did I take damage the first time there?
You did not. No one took damage that time.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were going to, and then I remembered that he was putting disadvantage on things.
Okay, I just didn't account for it. Okay,
So neither one of you are hit by the crossbow bolts, and you can hear movement in the trees as if they're trying to go to other areas, and you can see them distinctly as they move. They're about 10, 15 feet, in between 10 and 15 feet up in the air on these trees, and you can see that there are some ropes going to different trees that they're walking along to move away, kind of, and get a better advantage.
Yep. It's Gambit's turn.
Yes.
Okay, Gambit's he's gonna begin to clutch a gold nugget that he hangs from his neck on a necklace, and he's gonna mutter some blessings under his breath, and then he's gonna say to Kine, he's gonna say, "God will bless the gold, grants us protection," and he puts his hand on Kine, and he'll cast Shield of Faith on him.
Now would be a good time.
Cool. Awesome. All right. The other person that we don't know about, it's 17.
Okay, that is the person by the campfire, and he gasps and in shock when he gets hit with the arrow, and he immediately springs up, grabs a pack, jumps over the fire, and books it.
Okay.
So he is headed, if you're looking down at him, he is headed away from where you've originally traveled from. So he's going further into the foothills. That's the direction he's headed in.
Can everybody see that, or just those of us by the campsite?
The people that are up on the rock, you see that, and the people that are fighting the other 3 also can see that. That's happening. He just was like whoosh and ran off.
Don't let him leave.
Is he still in our view when he's? Will he still be in our view?
You can see he's entered the tree line.
Okay.
So he's going to have partial cover from anybody that's going to be going after him.
Okay.
And you hear the guy in all the mishmash of armor.
Yeah.
Pen, you're going to get it if you don't get back here. You coward.
Okay. All right, that was at 17. Next is Kane.
That would be me. He's right there in front of me, and he already hit me, so it's my turn.
Yep.
And just because I now can, I am going to swing at him once, and then reverse the blade and come back through him for my action surge.
All right.
The lowest that I got was I got a 20 and a 22.
Those will both hit.
Okay. I know I'm resolving both actions at the same time, but
okay,
thought
that's
I would
fine.
save some time. Hmm. 21 points of damage.
All right. He is attempting to block the things, but you can tell that you are stifling his ability to get around your attacks, and you're definitely having an impact on him.
And as I'm slicing him up, I say to him, "I'm going to take your earrings. They're pretty."
Alrighty then. Next is Bard.
I'm going to raise my shield up above us for cover. and then I'm going to look at the guy with the earring and use vicious mockery and let him know that the earring would look good with Kine.
That's what I'm talking about.
It would look better on Kine. All right, what's that, a save?
It's a wisdom save.
He passed it.
Then I scowl at him and pass.
All right. And last is Silverthorn.
Okay, and Kelly is next to me. That's Erevan, correct?
Yes.
Don't worry, Erevan. I got Hunter's mark on him. I can track down that runner later if necessary. Now, do I have a clear shot on the guy who's running?
He is obscured by the woods. You could shoot him, but just keep in mind he's traveling full pace and he is getting some cover. The guy fighting Kine right now is in plain view.
How about the guys up in the trees?
They are got some cover as well.
Okay, I'll shift targets, try and save my friends. I'll shoot the guy next to Kenny.
Okay.
That would be a 26.
Yeah, that hits.
Jeez. Wow.
I'm +7 with that. Actually, that's a 28. I'm +9 with bow.
Wow.
Holy crap.
No, sorry. I already wrote that down. It is +7.
Still, that's beauteous.
Still, he's not in magical plate mail with the shield and stuff.
That'd be 8 points of damage.
All right. He is unaware of your attack until it is too late, and your arrow sinks into his shoulder blade.
Man, this guy's got a lot of hit points.
Yeah, he
This
does.
guy's nasty. All right, top of the order.
Right.
Back to me. So I will, since the best shot is the same guy that Silverthorn just shot, I will shoot him too.
Okay.
And I got a 18. Is that hit?
Yes, that hits.
All right. 6 points of damage.
All right. You were hitting with a crossbow?
Yes.
All right.
light crossbow.
It sinks into his calf, and again he goes, and he's trying to maneuver and get out a buckler so that he has some kind of extra protection going on.
Okay. Then it's them.
All right. The two in the trees are a bit further off from their rope bridges. Oh my gosh. They're never going to hit anything.
Exactly.
A 15 doesn't hit any of you guys, does it? So it doesn't even matter. All right. Yeah, so again, crossbow bolts whiz by you. One gets stuck in your mail Kine, but it gets basically snagged in your chainmail.
Pshaw.
And you do feel the weight of it strike you, but you know it didn't sink in.
Also, that guy that's hurt.
Yes. Does an 18 hit you, Kine?
Yes.
Does it hit you with your Shield of Faith on?
What does that do? I have
+2.
an 18 without it, so...
Oh, yeah, it's +2, so it'll actually make it so it doesn't hit you.
Ha!
So as one swing, you easily dodge it and push it with your shield out of the way. And the next one is coming around in a fancy maneuver you did not expect, but it slams against a blue shield, whatever color shield you'd like to make it, Gambit. But a shield of incandescent force, and sparkles and radiates out from it as it is stopped.
I will grunt in surprise. Oh, lots would have been a good one, lad. But now I'm going to have to take your chain, too.
All right. Cool. Gambit.
Is it just the one assailant on the ground with us?
There was the one on the ground. There's two in the the trees ahead, and there is one off in the woods, running away.
If I'm standing behind Kinney right now, could I make it around to the backside of to get at him from behind?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The one that you
That's
guys
what
are
I
all
said.
fighting? Yes. The one
Yes.
yes, you can.
Okay, so we'll be flanking him. So, and you said we add a D4 because of Bard's spell?
Yeah,
Was
for
it?
bless.
Yeah. What?
You haven't
Yep.
needed it so far, but yeah.
That's a 20 anyway.
Oh.
So,
Crit.
First one of the night. Ring the bell.
so I rolled double damage, is it?
Yes, you just double the die. You roll double the die. Well, actually, the way I would like to do crits is you do max damage plus the die roll.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So max would be 8 plus 4 would be 12. Would be 12 plus, and the 4 plus 4 is 8. So 12 and 8.
20. It's 20.
20?
20.
All right, you slam into his back, and he falls forward into Kine. He looks like he is out for the count.
Heavy pick embedded right into.
Yeah, you
Midsection.
definitely pop some pieces of armor off the back of him.
Cool.
As the life is going out of him, can I gently lay him down and rip the chain off of his neck and say, "Thank you, mate."
I love it.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Cool.
Perhaps he's getting a little battle crazy. Yeah, you never know.
It's your turn anyway, Kinnaid, so you can do
Oh, well
whatever.
then, I'll do that, and then I'm
He's got
need
some
to
earrings.
move to the base, toward wherever these guys on the trees are.
Okay, they're about 20 feet away from you and about 10 feet in the air.
Okay. Well, did the cinematic stuff, did that use up any of my actions or no?
No, I'll give that it's a free action to
Okay.
interact with.
Well, then I'm
object.
going to move closer, and then I'm going to, as I'm moving, I'm taking out a hand axe. I'm shifting my battle axe into my shield hand and pulling out a hand axe from my belt. And when I get closer to the base of the tree, there aren't any ends of ropes down here, so I'm just going to throw the hand axe at the guy in the tree.
Okay.
And you said I can use a die 4
Mm-hmm.
for adding in. 17 total.
Okay, that will hit.
You said that would hit?
Yes.
5 damage.
All right. It skips off the one guy's shoulder and goes falling to the ground. Not too far by. You could probably retrieve it later.
I'll get it later.
And he
All right.
he kind of ducks down, trying to cover behind the tree.
I'm coming for you.
Bard's turn.
I'm going to run up and stay with Kenne and yell at the one he threw the axe at that he forgot his friend using vicious mockery again. He has to pass a wisdom save.
He does not pass it.
What does that do?
Does he voluntarily fall out of the tree?
I don't think I had any modifiers, so he takes 4 damage, but he has disadvantage on his next attack as well.
Okay.
Well done.
Cool.
You hear him stifle a whimper like, you really got to him. Telling him how he's ditching his friend.
Silverthorn.
Okay, the guys in the trees, are either of them easier for me to shoot at?
There is one that is easier to shoot at. The one that they're not messing with right now.
Okay, I will shoot at him. 20.
That will hit.
And that would be 9 damage.
You shoot him in the leg, straight through his thigh, and he shrieks and
Does he fall out of the tree?
He drops his light crossbow.
Oh.
And he's not looking very good.
All right. Top of the order. I'm going to shoot the same one he just shot.
Oh, the guy that was running away gets to run, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 17. Sorry,
he runs some more. You know, Silverthorn, you know that your Hunter's Mark is working, and you can kind of feel him running down a trail.
Yeah, although I told Erevan to be no problem, he might still get away. I only get advantage with that. But I already had advantage anyway because he's humanoid, so...
You're super confident. The dice don't give you any extra advantage, but you're super confident that you're definitely going to be able to find them. No triple advantage, though.
22.
To hit? Absolutely hits.
Hits. 7 points of damage.
All right, you hitting the one that was that
the one that Silverthorn just hit.
Okay. Okay, so it is you strike him in the chest and he goes Ugh! And falls right out of the tree into the shrubs.
Splat. Splash one.
You're pretty sure based on where you hit him and how he landed, he's probably not getting up ever.
Cool.
All right, there's that one bandit left in a tree and the one that has run away.
Okay. Nate, I'm gonna. Did the guy we're on up in the things and the other guy went running away? Does it look like I could get nearer to that guy that's running away, or better at trying to shoot this other guy in a tree? Because I don't know where they are logistically.
Okay. The guy that's in the tree still is about 50 feet away.
Okay.
The guy that's running away is about 70 feet away.
Okay.
They're in different directions.
Right.
So the guy in the tree and then the guy that's running away, and you're like down here. So you've got the guy running away, you're down here, and the guy in the tree. Also you would have, unless you probably really can't see him anymore.
Right. Okay. I already shot, so I'm gonna try to go after that guy.
Okay.
I have a reason, so
you're gonna have to be climbing down to do that.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll use acrobatics to get down as fast as possible and get towards him.
Okay, make a check.
Where in the heck's my dice? Where'd my dice go? All right, I'll use this one. I rolled 18.
Okay. You do a bit of a shuffle and just hand over hand, and you hop down the last 7 or 8 feet and roll, and bam, you are down at the base of the rock. Now he's still a distance away, and you did go down like 15. You climbed 15 feet, so
right.
You can chase after.
Well, I'm just trying to. Yeah, I'm chasing as fast as I can with my foot, as much movement as I have left. So.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so he's still about 60 feet away from you, and he's in the woods. It's not a straight line of sight.
Okay. Got it. All right. Next up is Gambit. Oh, excuse me. No, next up is the guy that's running away.
Okay, the guy that's running away.
No, they're all. Sorry, the one that's left in the tree. Sorry.
That's what I thought.
My apologies.
Okay, you can see him kind of hunker down as close to the tree and on like a pretty big limb, and he drops his crossbow and he's like, I yield, don't kill me.
You got any jewelry?
Yeah, I've got jewelry here.
And find out, don't worry.
He quickly drops a silver ring. You see it pop into the ground, and you also hear a jingle like as a bag thumps on the ground.
That's a start.
Okay, that was at 21. Sorry. Gambit.
Okay. I'll look to my crew members and I'll just say, "You deal with this one. I'm off to see the one that fled into the wood, and I'll make my way to the woods. Is there any wildlife close by, or that I can notice?"
You don't see anything. Anything that was around scampered off due to the all the noises that everybody was making and the screams. So you do not readily see anything that you could.
In that case, I'll just send Badger in with myself, and me and Badger will track down the last assailant the best we can and scout for anything like a bird or something of flight that we could send in to get a pinpoint on his location.
Okay.
But,
so that's what you're going to do?
So I'll get as far as I can in the direction of whichever way I think he took off.
Yeah, you're about like 80 feet away from where this person is.
I will... Yeah, I'm just going to... I'll dash then.
Oh, okay. That's right. You can move. I just assumed you
So
could move
50
once.
feet then.
So yeah, you
I can
can.
get
Yeah, you
50
can move
feet with
again.
that.
So you're 50 feet away.
Yep.
All right. It's now his turn, I guess, right? So he's going to run some more. So, Silverthorn, you know that he is getting further and further away.
Is it my turn now?
Yes.
But the guy who's in the tree left has dropped his weapons.
Yes.
Actually, it's not his turn yet. It's
Okay.
it's Kane.
Okay, sorry, Kine.
Okay, Gambit is going off that direction. I just call out, Silverthorn, let us know if anyone comes. This one's done. And with that, I motion to the guy who's in the tree to come down. And as I pick up what he dropped, and wait for his action so he can come down and we can tie him up.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Next is Bard.
How far am I away from the runner?
You are about like 100 feet away.
Oh, so when Kenny and I moved up, we moved
Actually,
the opposite direction.
You're even further because he ran now. So you were like over 120 feet away. Gambit's kind of in between him and you. Closer to you, but is there anything that you would want to try and do?
I guess I'll let everybody know that Kenny and I have the situation here if they want to start chasing the other guy. And I believe Kenny's going to have him, when he comes down, we're going to tie him up. I'll let him know, move him over by the fire and tie him up there. So when they come back, they know where we're at. I guess that's all I do. No one's hurt, right?
Not really. None of you guys are hurt. Well, did anybody get hit?
I got
hit.
slashed. But for the moment, I'm okay for the moment. So, so no need to worry about that now. We'll get that later.
All right. Yeah, I'll just
because there's
wait.
bound to be reinforcements. So you might want to find a good spot for when the guy that run off comes back with friends.
All right, Silverthorn.
Okay, can I still see the guy who's running?
You cannot see him at the distance he's at, but you understand intuitively kind of where around he is.
Okay, then I'll use my full movement to climb down the rock face and then dash after him.
Okay, you're about where Erevan is.
But I'm moving faster.
Oh, did you want to make a climb check to come on down? Since you don't.
I wasn't going to suggest that because you told me not to.
I didn't say that. Your fellow
That
companions.
That would be a 12.
Okay. You can climb down the face of it, not too difficult, and you get to the bottom and you dash off. And
Okay, as I pass him, I say, stand aside.
You're just a little faster than him. It's not, like he's not standing still. That's for sure. So,
sorry.
So you both have climbed down. One made it look easy with a ninja roll at the end, and you're both running after. But Silverthorn is a little ahead.
I'm not that much faster, but I'm on the hunt. I've got that wild look in my eyes again.
So,
a normal how?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, the guy that's up top in the trees, like, I'm hurt really bad. I don't know if I can climb down easy.
Well, you could jump, but I can't promise I'll catch you. Just take your time, but you do need to come down or we'll help.
All right, top of the order.
And besides, we've got a cleric right here to heal you, so just come on down. And to the cleric, I wink.
It's like, oh, well, that's mighty kind of you since we were shooting at you and all. But you're trespassing.
What, a trespassing?
Yeah, you're trespassing.
It's okay, though. You missed, so I don't hold it against you. Your friend there, he hit me. I hold it against him. So come on down and we'll talk. You can tell me about this trespassing thing. We didn't think this belonged to anyone.
Well, yeah, it does. And then he gets really quiet. And his eyes go wide. Like he said something he shouldn't have said.
Well, what did he say? Sean didn't hear it.
Oh, he said, well, you're trespassing.
Well, come on down. You can tell me how we make it right.
So he looks nervous, but he's starting to climb down, and
we weren't expecting anyone to be out here.
Can we go in order? Because he's not for a while yet.
I think if we go, basically all of you guys, if we say you're all running after him, and he is running, it's going to be very difficult to catch him.
Well, I have a cool thing I want to do. So
okay,
I have expeditious retreat.
So what I want to say is, you can chase after him, but I'll just have all of you move. And then he's going to move, and like if anything changes, I'll let you know from that. Okay.
Well,
I can't. So I'll stay here with the live body and the dead body.
Okay.
So cinematic. Cool.
All right. So what did you want to do, Ervin?
So Silverthorn just kind of went by me about 5 feet. All of a sudden, Silverthorn sees this. Hears me mumbling and sees this blue glow come back. And all of a sudden, I just go blowing by him at warp speed. I'm going to take full speed, which means I had dashed 3 times in a round. So I get to move 180 feet.
Wow, really?
Yeah, really.
I did not know that's what Expeditious Treat did.
You get a bonus action plus your 2 actions that you get. So I can move 180 feet. It's twice my speed, so 3 times.
You get to cast it. Use it and dash?
Well, actually, sorry. No, I would have to cast it once, so I'd only move 120 feet. Sorry.
Okay. Whew. Hey, it's like you're gonna catch him. if you keep moving like that. Yeah. So you see this blue magic glow go as an aura go over Erevan, and he books it faster than many wild elves that are the fastest wild elves.
He saw the blue glow from behind him because remember he went by me and made some.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Taunt, and I just go by him going, "See ya."
This is a point of order. Silverthorn is a she.
She, yeah. Sorry.
Can't you tell?
Hey, I wasn't going to say anything, but during that mud wrestling, you know.
So Gambit, you know that there is you see an owl up in the trees.
Oh, there is. Okay. Then I will do. Sorry. Speak with animals, I guess.
Okay.
To let me see what I have. Or speak with small beasts. Would that be just enough to do it?
Yeah, he's a good size for what you want to do.
Okay, then I don't have to cast speak with animals. I'll do speak with small beasts as a natural ability to be able to talk to him and send him after this assailant if I can.
Okay. He looks at you, kind of like grumpy and like he was just kind of taking a nap. He's like, "Oh, well, I guess I'll look for you."
Please, I know you a favor.
Oh, of course. And then he like looks back down at you and goes, "Oh," he's like looks kind of surprised for an owl. I mean, you've talked with owls before, so you know when they look surprised. And he says,
Thank
"Oh,
you.
I wasn't expecting to see one of you folk in this area." And then he flops off towards the area you pointed off to.
Very well. Okay, and I can't do what I was going to do because this happened, so I will continue my movement, and me and Badger will continue forward, charging on.
Okay. All right, Kene and Bard. The guy is coming down. He seems very shaky, and he just kind of like leans up against the tree when he comes down. He's like, "I didn't think I was going to make it," and he seems very under the weather.
Just sit down, lad, and I'll put my hand on his shoulder and give him a little nudge to sit down.
Okay, he flops to the ground easily.
And tie up the hands and all of that.
Yeah, he doesn't resist you at all.
Good, and then since they're off chasing this guy, and I know I can't catch them, I'm just going to then pat him down thoroughly, make sure to remove any weapons, valuables, anything that looks like we could sell it, and then once I've double checked that he's tied up, I'll then go do the same. I'll go then and take the earrings that I promised I would, and from the other guy, as well as anything of value. Maybe who knows? Maybe he has a written note from someone, because he appears to have been the tough guy. So looking for, again, valuables or perhaps orders or something of that nature. But then dragging him toward the fire and putting all the stuff in a pile.
All right, you find, well, there are 3 gold hoop earrings, a silver chain, and you also find 3 crystalline discs with woven threads around them, similar to the 3 that you have. Well, similar to the ones that you've seen that are cracked, but these ones are whole.
That's cool. Okay, and I will just keep this guy company, and because I don't know what else to do at this point. So, Bard, if you want to see what our friends are up to, you're welcome, or you can stay here with me. We can have a chat by the fire with this fine gentleman, who I believe he said we're trespassing. I'd like to know a bit more about that. Who are we trespassing against?
All right. He is like perks up at that and gets.
And we can save that conversation until you've resolved.
Oh yeah, that's great.
What all they're doing, because this is kind of off screen.
Okay, sounds good. We'll skip to the chase. Back to the chase.
Unless and I don't know when Bard's turn is, but Bard's here too, so you might want to do something. So,
Bard, what would you like to do?
While he's tying up the one archer from the trees, I guess I'll get his hand axe by the other one that fell and check that body, and then drag it towards the fire too with the guy with the hoops. That way, the two bodies are by the fire.
Okay.
Valuable. Hand it back his hand axe.
I don't like it when the GM sits and rolls dice.
Okay. Just rolling death rolls for
Oh,
you.
lovely.
Yeah. So the
So,
one that had the motley of armor is definitely deceased, and so was the one that fell out of the tree.
That's such a shame.
And the one you have tied up just has a bit of wounds. If you do tend to him, he definitely appreciates it. All right, back to the chase. So you guys are running after this guy, and very shortly.
I assume I recognized the blue guy running past me.
Oh yeah, you know. Well, you did see a blue glow behind you, and then you saw that your companion Erevan was running very fast ahead of you. Got a reinvigorated speed chase going on. And you see up ahead that it has kind of gone into a heavy, not a heavy trail, and a steeper incline that you're going to have to kind of use your hands.
So you say it's difficult terrain?
You could say that. It's difficult terrain. And you know that the guy is on top, where there is a bit of a stone outcropping. And you hear, like a quick stepping on the, what's it called? On like stone. As if someone is trying to run as fast as possible across stone. Erevan, Gambit, you see up ahead that the guy is... Well, you can just talk to animals, right?
Yes, I can't see what it's seeing.
That's right. You didn't do like beast sense. I don't know.
Something.
I just made it like you cast beast sense. Never mind. Okay, so the owl. You see where the owl is circling, and you see that your two companions who have run ahead of you, one amazingly so. They are headed to this area, climbing this kind of steep outcropping. And shrubs, and kind of like pulling themselves up past trees to get to this top area, and they are cresting the top as you reach the bottom.
I'm moving as fast as my short, stubby legs will carry me.
Yes.
And I've stopped a few times to talk to owls and other creatures.
Yes. And between the magic and wild elfness, they did get a bit ahead of you.
That's right.
You can see where Silverthorn stepped, though, and you can easily follow his path up the top, so it's not going to...
I'll just dash. I'll just dash forward, and that'll be all I do. 50 feet movement, and that'll be it. Okay. I guess.
Erevan and Silverthorn, as you get to the top, you see that there is up ahead, about 50 feet around, you see a flicker of light, and you hear the heavy slamming of some kind of wooden door. And right before then, you heard a whole bunch of nervous prayer whispering. Like, oh, I gotta do this, and gotta open it up.
I wouldn't have caught up to him by the time he did that.
Oh, well, you didn't.
I wouldn't have caught up to him.
You didn't run very much further. Well, how fast can you run around? You said you can. You can do your regular move.
If regular round, I get 3 actions, and they're all dash actions. So that's 60 feet of dash action, which is 180 feet.
How many times can you do that?
No, I do 3 in a round. You get an extra bonus action, so you can do 3.
But my question is, how many rounds do you get to do that?
10 minutes, so until I stop concentrating.
Holy cow! All right,
yes.
We're entering you in some races.
Well, you're like 400 or 500 feet altogether from this.
Okay.
And well, you can try and stop. Okay, so you would be close enough. What happened is he's running to a door. He's trying to get in it.
Right.
He's getting into it, and he's trying to close the door.
So is he on a ledge, or is he on something that I can knock him down? I need to know how he is.
You can attempt to stop him. I guess you could attempt to attack him before he closes the door.
I mean, would I think it'd be better to cast Witch Bolt, which I could do, or tackle him? I mean, I'm not there, so.
Okay, you're far enough away that a Witch Bolt would guarantee you could strike him. If you do hit him, you would strike him before he closes the door.
All right, I'm going to hit him with a Witch Bolt.
You're very close, you're just not quite on him.
Got it. So, I'm sorry, I was not expecting to do that.
It's okay,
So
I was trying to figure out this chase scenario, and we don't have like a board where we're running along a line or something.
Right. I just want to get my which bolt. Here it is. Range spell attack. Okay. Range spell attack is 18 plus. I took a 22.
Oh, you hit him.
I hit. All right. So he's gonna take D12 damage. That fell off the floor. He took 9 points of damage.
Okay, well, as he's trying to slam the door closed, you zap him with your Witch Bolt, and he falls back, and the door closes, but you can see that he was holding on to it as he was falling down. It's not like latched or anything.
Okay, and just so you know, as long as I concentrate, I can still make it. He still keeps taking damage.
Okay. Oh, you would have to. Okay, well, just let you know, Expeditious Retreat ended because you used different.
Right, that's fine.
But I figured you're fine with that.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, I was just using it to get caught up with him. And for people behind me, all you do is just saw this blue glow come across and this blue bolt of lightning come out. And go towards this guy.
Yeah, it slammed him in the chest, and as he was falling over, the door kind of creaked closed. But it's definitely not latched or anything.
Okay.
All right, Silverthorn, you just crested. Sorry, Silverthorn, you just crested the little climb that you were doing when you saw this occur.
So, what's the door in? Is that building?
It looks like it is kind of a wall set up within a rock outcropping.
Okay. Do a quick glance around to see if I can see any other movement or light. And if I don't see anything, I'll start heading towards the door.
You see a small crack of light coming from the door area. But it's going to be... Eravin's still closer, and he'll get to act before you get close enough. You just came up. I kind of had you guys all go at the same time, so he did that, and you got to the kind of crest of the hill. So you're still 30, 40 feet behind him. And
Now, on second thought, it looks like he's gone to ground. So if I get up there, I'll attempt to hide.
Okay.
At the end of this, as part of my action for this turn, I'll attempt to hide.
Okay. All right, Gambit, you are up, not quite to the top, but you see that Silverthorn has kind of ducked, and looks like he's trying to find a place to make himself obscure. Sorry.
I'll continue to get as close as I can, at least to Silverthorn, and meet up with her, if I could.
All right. Okay, so Eravin, you're the closest. What do you want to do? You want to wait for everybody?
How far away is the door?
It's 15 feet. You just knew you weren't going to get there in time for him to close.
Right. Well, no. I'm just trying to think. I don't want him to latch the door. So the whole point of me doing that was so he wasn't latching the door. So if I just stop, he can latch the door from inside.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go to the door and do that, and grab the door.
Okay. You're gonna just wrench it open.
I'm not gonna wrench it open. I'm not stupid. I'm gonna put a dagger inside it so I can't shut it. But at the same time, he's gonna take damage again. Just letting you know. Wherever he is.
there is no resistance on the other side of the door. In fact, it feels like the door is getting kind of pushed towards you.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So as you kind of shove a dagger in there and kind of pry it a little bit,
right? It pops open.
It's pushing towards you a little bit, and the guy flops down.
Oh,
so you can see through the crevice that the guy is on the ground.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Sorry, that's not what I thought had happened. So okay.
That's okay.
Cool.
He like was falling down and like closing it,
I see. All right.
trying to not fall down and fall over. But you also just did more damage with Witch Bolt, so he's kind of he's out. He's out of that.
All right, cool. Well, I'm not going in there. I'm waiting for the rest of the guys to come up. I'm
Okay.
making sure the door's in between me and whatever might be inside of that.
All right.
so.
Well, the guy that's on the ground, is going to be of no problem to you.
Right. Okay. Good. That's what I'm doing. That's my action.
Okay. Silverthorn, you're hiding. Well, you hid. You do not see anything except the light that got a little brighter as Ervin cracked open the door a little more. Gambit, you have reached it to the top, if that's where you want to go.
Yes.
And you're about 50 feet away from the door after your movement. So you can decide if you want to hide with Silverthorn, if you want to move forward again.
That's right. I was planning to hide with Silverthorn for the time being. It's not on my action again yet, so right? Is that what you're saying?
I was just letting you guys all kind of go at the...
Yeah, I'd like to wait at least a couple of seconds or a few seconds before moving from this position, because
Okay.
it looks like he got back to some permanent base, which surprisingly was within an easy run of where they were stopped. So
Maybe we.
I want to wait and see if there's any more people.
All right. Now,
So I'm. Go ahead.
let's go back, since you guys are all kind of settled there. Let's go back to the camp then. So, Kane and Bard.
Well, we're just trying to have a chat with this fine gentleman that came down out of the tree. We're asking him more about this whole trespassing business.
Well,
What are we exactly trespassing against? We're walking up a trail. You didn't even say hello, and then you shot at us.
well, you were heading to our camp, didn't you? Didn't you see the fire there? And you didn't say hello. You didn't shout. You were entering.
I'm trying to see the fire. There was one small little guy by the fire. We didn't see you hiding in the trees.
I was whistling as we walked up nervously.
We're all jingly. It's not like we're sneaking. Not like you. So
There's some really stupid
so
folk
who
out there.
exactly are we trespassing against? And if you're a sentry, you should be saying halt. Who goes there? No entrance by the order of. What's the name of the person that's in charge?
The boss. He said that he doesn't want anybody around here, and we usually deal with people that he doesn't want to be around here by shooting at them, getting them out of there. They usually run off when we shoot at them a little bit.
Well, your friend came and attacked and made it personal. So we had to deal with it like that. If you just fired off a couple arrows and said, hey, you're trespassing, you should leave now, we would have considered it. But now I'm bleeding. So
Well, that's not my fault. That's Rogers. And
Yeah,
Rogers is dead.
yeah, he
In
paid
fact,
for
are
the
all my friends dead? Did you kill Penn?
I don't know if they're dead or not, but if you don't want them all to die, you could tell us a bit more about your boss and what's going on at whatever he's at. If you want to save your friends, we don't really necessarily have an interest in killing everyone. We're just trying to make sense of what's going on. So perhaps you could help us.
All right.
I'll tell you what. How about as a sign of good faith, I'll start tending your wounds a little bit, and you can tell us about what's going on around here.
Okay.
Sound fair?
He sighs at that and he's going, I'd really like that. That would make me feel a lot less nervous.
Ale?
So, you giving him something to drink?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, oh, thank you very much. You're very kind. I'm sorry for shooting at you.
Oh, it's all right. You missed, so no harm done.
This is my first job outside of soldiering, so
Well, might be after tonight. You might want to be finding a different job. I'm not sure your boss is going to be all that happy. But if you want to save your friends, we should chat, and you should tell us more, and we'll do what we can.
When you say save his friends, he's looking over at, like, the bodies by the fire. He's like, Well, thank you. You're treating me very nice for having been shot at. The boss. So the boss, he basically just wanted us to keep people away, and if they were trespassing, we're gonna scare them off and get them out of here. And Roger, you don't know Roger, but Roger and Daniel, they're both they're really ruffians and rough around the edges. They're the kind of person that probably would just start a fight just for fun. And well, they're both dead now, so they're not going to be starting any fights.
No, they started the last one, but that's okay. You're still here, and that's what's important. You said you were a soldier. Where were you a soldier?
I was a soldier up by Kalishtar.
And what'd you do? What was your?
I was just caravan guarding, and then there was some issues with contracts, and we ended up losing a contract, and then I didn't find any work, and I was lucky. Bumped into my old friend Roger, and he said that he'd come down and do a job for him. So I came down here, and here I am. And I don't think I'm going to get my job kept for very much longer.
Well, probably not, but I've got good news for you. Because not only are we treating your wounds, not only are we giving you ale to ease the pain, so to speak, but if you do us right and tell us what we need to know, because I'm sure you didn't have any thought that what you were doing was wrong. I know a place that could use some good men, and if you're to find upstanding young lad, it'd be more soldiering work, and then with a stable company. If you're interested, that is. I mean, since you're going to be unemployed and all. Probably best not to.
Quick question about your friend Roger. Why did he have these 3 crystals with the bindings?
Crystals with the binding? Oh, you mean those necklaces or bracelets or whatever they are? I was told I wasn't supposed to be messing around with those. Some kind of magic.
So he didn't have them for specific use, like a job you were going to do, or he just had them for fun, or your boss gave them to him?
Well, he would go off into the woods and talk with people, but I couldn't really see them much. They were kind of short and hard to see in the dark. But every time he came back, it would just have those 3 little discs on the strings, and I don't know how to use them or anything like that, and I don't know anything about what they're used for. I just know we gave some to some fey lady down south. We were telling her to kind of follow the rules and not cause a stink about anything in the area.
Well, you gave the crystals to a fey?
Well, yeah, some of them. I think Roger thought everything was going to be fine. With giving them some kind of, I don't know, they have some kind of magic power over things.
Well, best to leave that alone for now. Because we soldiers, we don't need to get mixed up in all that magic stuff. Huh. Well.
He's shaking his head, drinking some more ale.
Well, Bard, what do you think? Think he's telling us everything he knows?
Yeah, he seems genuine about it. He is pretty messed up. I don't think he'd lie to us.
Well, he better not, since you've got that truth spell. I would be, because if you lie during a truth spell, that's not a good look. So, Bestie, I'm sure I think. Oh, by the way, lad, what's your name?
Oh, he didn't tell you it?
He might have, but Sean forgot.
I don't remember either. There's
And we can make
Penn,
one up.
Roger, Daniel.
Steve.
Edwin.
Ah, Edwin.
It's Edwin. Edwin. He says nervously.
And I look over at Bard. Is that the truth, Bard?
Well, he doesn't have any boils starting yet, so he must be telling the truth.
Fine, lad.
He goes wide-eyed at that.
Well, Edwin, very pleased to meet you. Maybe not under these, circumstances, but is there anything else you can tell us about the boss, or how many other men does he have? Because we really need to deal with the boss. But the soldier types like yourself, you're just mixed up in something you don't understand. Not necessary to kill you. For that. There's no, it's not your fault.
So he was shaking his head and drinking some more ale.
I know someone who runs a company and would give you a job.
That would be mighty nice. As he was drinking, he kind of like coughs when you're saying kill him.
No need for any more killing than we have
that
to. So.
That would be mighty nice of you. That would be great kindness. He's like starting to nervously itch now. After you said the thing about the boils. And looking around. And he says, I don't know what the I wasn't really let downstairs, but I know the boss, Asen, he was looking around for what is like more of these crystals. I was never allowed down. Daniel and Roger were down there because they've been working longer. But there was this ability to make more of these crystal things, and Azen.
How many men other than you three did he have?
I don't know. They always talked about more people and things down in the below in the basements, but they never said who they talked to, and they never said any names except Azen.
Your buddy who ran off, is that where the basement is? Did he run towards the basement?
Penn would be full enough to run right back to the place.
Now, see,
Idiot.
You know better. That's what makes you a good soldier.
Hey, he looks at his binding and he sighs.
Well, sometimes you can't beat the odds. There were more of us.
Well, I guess it's smarter to yield than run off back to base.
Yes, it is.
Well, anyway, if he did run that way, he kind of like moves his head in that direction. If he did run off that way, that fool probably went back to the boss's place.
Well, you're not breaking out in any boils yet. That's a good. No, I don't see one.
He scratches his face.
Can I check under his collar? Look kind of concerned.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Just kind of lift the collar to the side and look him.
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
He's fully in belief that you have put some kind of hex on him. A truth hex.
Now here's the tricky part. I'm not sure that, unless there's anything else you can tell us, now we have to figure out where do we go from here.
Well,
now
I don't really want to show back up to the boss's place.
Because we have to go toward the boss's place. I mean, I think that's obvious by now. You, on the other hand, I don't think want to go there. I don't think he's going to be lenient toward people who have yielded.
No.
So, that means you need to go in a different direction. And so if I untie you, will you go in the direction I suggest?
Well, I could just stay here, and there's way too much camp stuff for me to carry. I could just stay here and wait for you to come back.
And do you think you'd do that then?
Oh yeah.
Well,
another quick glance at his collar just to make sure he's not lying.
Look, I'm telling the truth. Your spell better work right.
I give Bart a meaningful look just to double check the veracity of what this gentleman is saying. No boils.
No.
No, he's telling the truth.
All right. Well, if you'll stay here, and you know what? In addition to the camp stuff, your friends there do need a proper burial then.
Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't want Roger
So,
to get carried away by
If you
wolves.
tend to the camp stuff till we get back, give them a proper burial. I know a company that could use a good man, and if you do this, you prove yourself a good man. And then I'll tell you where that is, and I'll give you a name, and you say that I sent you, and they'll take you on.
And he kind of looks really solemn, with the thinking about his people he's going to bury, and so he's like, "Yes, of course."
And I clap him on the shoulder, and you're sure you can do this now?
Yeah, I can do it.
Buck up, lad. Oh, keep the ale. You no need to toast your friends when you bury him.
Roger
So
did
keep
like to
that.
drink.
Pardon?
Roger did like to drink.
Don't we all?
So, you gonna set him free, and he's gonna just kind of mill about camp, kind of.
Yep, I am going to take out my new knife from the blacksmith, show it to him, and then I'll cut him loose from his rope,
Okay.
and let him bury his friends and do what he said.
Okay.
And well, Bart, I guess we need to go join the others wherever the hell they are.
I'll follow your lead.
All right.
Let's go jingle.
So the three of you that were at the place, you got quite a bit of time because they were chit-chatting for a bit. And, well, they were kind of chit-chatting while you were running. So it's kind of all caught up, but they're just started walking. So what would you like to do, the three of you?
Well, I'm gonna be at the door listening to see if there's any noise coming from the other side of the door.
All right. You don't hear any.
All right, so I'm like telling these guys I'm waving the other two, Silverthorn and Gambit, over here.
I would have been too curious by this point and peered in already, I think, if nothing has transpired.
All right, so you peer in, Erevan, and then you also see that Gambit has also been peering in. Silverthorn.
Yeah, I'll move forward.
Okay. So Erevan waves you forward. You move forward with him. And you were kind of all by the entrance. The guy who was called Penn, his body is just lying on the ground right in front of the... right where the threshold is as you would walk in. Are you walking in, or do you want to wait for everybody else?
Well, do we know that they're coming?
You don't, but you don't know... I mean, you're not super far away. You could make it there in like a few minutes.
Oh, I'll enter.
Okay.
I'm just think that we should wait for the rest of these guys.
Okay. Well, Gambit...
We don't know, like you said, that they're coming. We don't know that, so it's just the three of us here.
Splitting the party. All right, so Gambit, you go in, you look around, and there is a hallway heading down at a slope, and there is also a door to your right.
I'll enter the first chamber and look over the body and wave to the other two to join me.
Okay. Do you two want to go in, or you want to give him some signal you want to wait?
I'm going to tell them to stop and wait for the other people. I'm going to go back towards the rock face where we came up and try to see if those guys are coming.
Okay.
Yeah, at least I want to check the Penn's body. Did he have any weapons, or?
He does have 2 daggers.
In my mind, a dagger is not really a weapon.
Well, he has two pointy knives. Then.
Overgrown.
Well, even so, it's not a serious weapon. That's something you use around camp.
Would we have heard those prayers he was doing, or was that just Erevan that would have heard that?
That sounded like Erevan would have heard that.
Okay, so I don't have anything to go on there. What does the room look like? The first chamber that we're in here.
Well, it's a hallway sloping down, and it looks like it curves towards a stairway.
So you're going. Wait. So Gambit, you're just going down by yourself, all by yourself, just going down into this place.
No. I was just looking over the body. I understood that you told us to come out. But like you said, I was just looking it over.
So basically, there's a staircase going down into a circular chamber. You can't really see. You can just see the curve of the staircase. You can't see what's below. And it's at the end of about 15, 20-foot hallway. And to your right is a door.
Yeah, I'll go back out with Erevan.
Don't brave the door alone. All right. Within a few minutes, the rest of your party, Kene and Bard, have arrived, and they can tell you all about it when they get there. We are going to take a break for right now, and this will be the end of episode 3, part 1, for those watching at home. Let us know what you think in the comments below. While you're at it, like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay nerdy.